Here's the plot of She-Ra.
Oh no, oh no.
Adora is a normal high school girl with a normal high school life. But one day, when she opens her locker, she finds a magical portal that leads to He-Man Land. And
It's Etheria.
she goes through the portal because she's upset with her current state of life. And when she goes through, she turns into She-Ra, her amazing magical counterpart. And that's where she runs into Glimmer, who's being attacked by a giant worm. And then she beats up the giant worm with her new magic abilities and her already possessed big strong arms.
Where's Bo?
Who?
Bo.
Bo, listen, he's coming up, right?
Okay.
So she beats up the worm and Glimmer is like passed out, and I saw this once in a GIF set, so I'm adding it in. And Adora's like, "Are you okay?" And she wakes up and she's like, "Wow, have this sword. I trust you." And Adora's like, "Thanks." And she takes the sword and she puts it somewhere in the, like on her waist. And Bo comes over and he's like, "Whoa, did you see that giant worm? That was scary. Are you guys okay?" Glimmer's like, "Yeah, She-Ra saved me." He's like, "Wow, you're amazing. I'm gonna take you back to lesbian capital so you can meet the other lesbians." And you go there, and there's the crab lady, and there's
Wait, did you just say that Scorpio's in Bright Moon?
What? What?
Continue.
There's Scorpio Crab Lady. There's the two lesbians. There's...
Wait. Can I just cut in real quick? Dana's gonna kick your ass, and Joel's also gonna kick your ass. But
okay.
Scorpia is a scorpion. She's not a crab that's born in November.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
They meet the two lesbians. They meet... Is Bo the guy with the heart on his chest?
Yeah.
Okay. They meet... Did I miss anyone?
You missed so many people, and they're probably not supposed to be in this kingdom because they have their own kingdoms.
They meet the other lesbians. And then they bring her to the magical seeing room where they tell her the legend because she's the chosen one. Because she's the magical girl. And she saved them, and that's why Glimmer gave her the sword. And so they show her, and they're like, "Oh, that giant worm was part of the Horde. And the Horde are the evil people who want to destroy all lesbians." And they have these gross, wicked monsters like that giant worm that almost killed Glimmer. And she's like, "Oh no."
Wait, was it Glimmer saying this?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean...
I thought Glimmer was like referring to himself in the third
like
person.
Bo. I think Bo's doing it. He's telling her the legend of
He-Man Glimmer has a mom.
Oh.
Her name's Angela. You can say Angela's saying this if you'd like.
Angela's there. She was one of the people under the lesbians category, even if that's not true, but I don't know.
She had a husband.
Okay. She's one of the... They meet the lesbians and the gals.
She's a bicon.
Yeah. Okay. So they meet the lesbians and the gals. And She-Ra's like, "Oh no, what am I going to do? I'm gonna beat him up with this sword that Glimmer gave me." And they're like, "Go, She-Ra, go! Go, She-Ra, go! You're our chosen one. You're so cool." And she like goes out in the land and she's beating up the Horde with her sword and her huge buff arms. And nobody... They also just kind of know her also other identity, even though she came through and turned into She-Ra. She can kind of do what she wants. And then she's beating up him, and then she hears an evil cackle from up ahead, and she looks... and up there, shadowed by the sun, is a cat lady. And she jumps down, and she's really cool. She's like, "So you think you can just come around here and beat up my mom's dudes?" And she's like, "You guys are the bad guys." She's like, "Oh yeah? Well, you don't know our side of it." And they kind of have like they were about to have a bust down, but they don't because Catra uses her smooth moves and she kind of walks away, and Adora goes back to lesbian land and she's in her bed and she's like, ah! And then the next day, and then the next day the plot happens, and everyone's kind of okay with Catra 'cause she's like, I'm not like all the other Horde girls. And they're like, okay, even though we don't trust you at all. And they have a lesbian prom, and then she breaks in and Adora's like, Catra! And Catra's like, hey Adora, I broke into your little princess prom, and it's stupid, and you're stupid. And she's like, I gotta hide so they don't beat me up. So you gotta dance with me. And Adora is like, fine. And then she gives exposition about why she turned against the Horde while they're dancing. And Adora's like, I still don't trust you a little bit. And then
I think you've covered enough.
No.
I think you've covered enough.
I've seen more GIF sets and I need to add those into my story. And then as Catra goes back to the Horde, she has a flashback of her and Adora as kids, and she's like crying under a blanket or something. Oh wait, how did Adora end up there if she was from middle school or like high school? She has a that doesn't happen. And then Adora and Catra this is season 3. They kind of team up together, and the lesbians accept Catra. Cause she's like, you know what, fine, I won't be in the Horde anymore. And then season 4, they go up against the leader of the Horde, and it's a giant cat. And it's like, join me, Catra, we're both cats, and we're both Horde. And she's like, I'm nothing like you, Mom. And everyone's like, what's her mom? And then they all beat up the giant cat, and they beat her. And then Adora does this cool thing where she kind of like grabs Catra by the waist. She goes boom, and she like kisses her up on top of the cat corpse of the Horde. And then there's like there's magical creatures flying overhead, and they have the lesbian flag on the back on the back of them, like planes do. And there's also magical fireworks behind them, and all of the Horde creatures that were once forced to fight are now gay. And then Adora goes back to her high school through the magic portal, and she closes the locker behind her, and she's like, I'm going back there tomorrow. And that's the plot of She-Ra.